Hello, Elly here from Thankful Flow Yoga. Thank you for joining me for this energizing power flow. So this is a great flow to maybe wake up with and do in the morning, or maybe you're doing it on your lunch break or throughout the day, just to bring a little bit of energy and heat into the body and get us nicely stretched out and connected with our body and mind. So we'll start the class with bringing the hands down to the knees, palms facing down, and close the eyes or take the gaze out in front. And start to allow your sitting bones to sink down into the ground. And allow your shoulders to soften. Relax the forehead, behind the eyes, the cheeks. And listening to your breath. Listening to your breath as you inhale and you exhale. Using your breath as an anchor to ground you into this present moment, right here, right now. Setting an intention for this practice if you wish to. And we'll open the eyes back up if you had them closed. And then we're going to start to take one leg out to the side. So lengthen your left leg and keep that right leg bent in. And you can open this left leg out as wide as feels comfortable for you. So we're going to inhale, reach the right fingertips up. And exhale, stretch over to the left side, over that left leg. Inhale, come back up to center. Place the right hand on the mat behind you and sweep the left arm up. Lift the hips away from the mat. Lift the heart towards the ceiling. Exhale, come back down. So we're going to stretch it over this left leg. Come back up. Place the right hand down. Reach up. Lift the heart. Lift the hips. And bring the hips back down. Two more, stretching over that left leg. Moving up and around, lifting the heart, lifting the hips. And last one, stretching over the left leg. And lifting the heart and hips up to the ceiling. And bringing the hips back down. Well done. Just getting straight into it today. Switch the legs over. So same again on the other side. So inhale, sweep the left arm up and over, finding that stretch. Bring it around and down to the mat. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Lift the hips, lift the heart. Bring the hips back down. So three more. Stretching over that leg. Bringing the hand down and lifting the heart and the hips. Hips back down. Two more. Stretching over. Feeling that stretch to the left side body. Bring the left hand down. Sweep the right arm up. Lifting. Bringing the hips back down. And last one. Stretching over. Reaching back up. Left hand come down, heart and hips lift, finding that little back bend, and hips come back down to the mat. Well done. So we're going to bring the feet in, toes pointing out, and we're going to see if you can switch on your core and lift the hips up. Find your malasana. No worries if you needed to use the hands. Reaching the crown of your head to the ceiling, keeping your space across the chest. So elbows are pressing into the inside of the legs, opening into the hip space. Right fingertips come down to the mat, so right arm staying on the inside of the right leg, left fingertips reaching up. Option to take a bind here if it's in your practice. Just remember that we're still very early on, so not forcing anything here, being mindful of how the body feels. Well done. And releasing, take it over to the other side. Left hand comes down, right fingertips reach up. So left arm's on the inside of the left leg. Taking your bind here, just an option. And releasing, bring your hands back to heart center. We'll start to lengthen through the legs, lift the hips, point the toes so that now we've got the feet straight, coming into a standing forward fold. So letting the head hang down, keep some softness in the legs. Bring your left hand to the mat. Bend through the left knee, inhale, reach the right fingertips up to the ceiling, follow with your gaze. Exhale, float the right hand down, bend through the right leg, sweep the left fingertips up, follow with the gaze. Exhale, float the left hand back down, once more on each side. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, bending through the right leg, setting the left fingertips up. Exhale, back down. Hands come to the hips, draw the belly in, lift the chest, meeting into Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up to the ceiling, Surya Namaskar A. Exhale, hinge from the hips, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, float the hands down to the mat, step your feet back to plank. Flow through your Chaturanga, inhaling into upward facing dog or cobra. And exhaling back to your downward facing dog. Hips are lifting up towards the ceiling, press the mat away with your hands. Maybe take a little pedal out through the legs in our first downward facing dog of the practice. Inhale, send the gaze between the hands, step the feet in, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up, lift your heart away from the tailbone. And exhale, hands come through to heart center. And we go again. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forwards, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, step or float the feet back. Work through your Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. Taking a moment to breathe here. Inhale, sweep the right leg up to the ceiling. Find your three-leg dog. Float the right foot through between the hands. Reach the right fingertips up to the ceiling. Find an easy twist. Release the right hand back down. Drop your back knee. And inhale, sweep both fingertips up, finding your low lunge. Lifting up and out from the waist. Exhale, bring your hands through to heart center. Tuck the toes under. Power through the back leg, so we're coming back into a high lunge now. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up. Exhale, left hand forward, right arm back, coming into your twist. Inhale, lift up and out from the waist. Revolved reverse warrior, right hand comes to maybe back of that left leg, left arm sweeps up, heart's lifting. And then see if you can float the arms around, draw your left heel down to the mat, find warrior two. Gaze coming over the right fingertips. Inhale here, exhale, start to bring either the forearm to the right thigh or maybe this right hand comes down to the mat, finding extended side angle. And then inhale, lifting the chest, coming back to your warrior two. And down to the mat or a block, come into your Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Maybe you can take that gaze towards the ceiling. Now, coming into a bit of a dynamic transition from here, you're going to see if you can lift your right hand away, lift the chest, try. So pressing the foot into the hand into the foot, and just finding that back bend first, and then maybe that chest starts to drop. Finding your dancer, breathing here. You can keep a bend in the standing leg as well, that's always an option. Keep breathing. And then seeing if you can release the back leg, take a big step back, find your way into plank position, flow through your chaturanga, inhaling upward facing dog or cobra, and exhaling back to your downward facing dog. Pressing the mat away with your hands, lifting the hips away from the ground. Now we flow over to the other side. So inhale, sweep the left foot up to the sky, three-leg dog. Float the left foot between the hands, reach the left fingertips up to the ceiling, easy twist. Release the left hand back down, drop the back knee. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up, find your low lunge, lifting up and out from the waist. Exhale, bring the hands through to heart center, tuck under the back toes, power through the back leg. Reach the fingertips up to the ceiling, lift up and out from the waist. Exhale, twist, right arm comes out in front, left arm comes out behind. Inhale, lift the heart, find your reverse revolved warrior or revolved reverse warrior. So much revolving and reversing that I'm not quite sure which way round that goes, but hopefully you can see the movement. Left hand's coming to the right thigh, right hand's reaching up, or just stay in the twist if that doesn't feel right for you. And then we're going to float the arms around, so almost windmilling the arms around, draw the right heel down to the mat, meeting in warrior two, left side, tuck the tailbone in, press the mat away with your feet. Inhale here, exhale, come forwards over that front leg, find your extended side angle. Right arms either reaching up to the ceiling or it could be coming to that right ear. Breathing here. And then inhale, lift the chest, come back to warrior two, really grounding into the front leg. Start to come into your Ardha Chandrasana, left side. Hand can come to a block here, just taking any adjustments that you need. And as always, if you added in a couple of extra steps, then by all means, make this your practice. I'm guiding you in. This is your flow, this is your time. Now from here, seeing if you can take this transition, so lifting your left hand away from the mat, lifting the chest. Bringing your right hand to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, lift the crown of the head to the ceiling. Exhale, press that right foot into the hand. Find that spinal extension, that little back bend first. And then maybe the chest starts to drop, coming into your dancer position. Keep breathing. Take a bend in the standing leg if you need to. Well done. And seeing if you can release with control. Float the hands down to the mat. Step it back to plank. Inhale through into an upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Take a moment here to breathe. On your next inhale, send the gaze between the hands, step or float the feet in, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands through heart center. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, sit the hips back, Utkatasana, thighs drawing in together, belly's coming away from the thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step or jump the feet back. Flow through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot through between the hands, back heel comes down, reach the fingertips up, warrior one. Flow the hands back down to frame that front foot, step it back to plank. Adding in a little bit here, we're going to bring the weight into the right hand and opening into your right side Vashisthasana, so our side plank. Option to either stay here or you're going to bend this right leg. See if you can take the peace fingers around the big toe and opening that left leg up to the ceiling. And then releasing the hand from the foot, bending the left leg. Bring the left toes down to the mat. Inhale, lift the heart and the hips, find your wild thing. Reconnecting with your breath. Then really lifting through this right shoulder. Pivot your way back round to plank. Flow through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Well done. This time inhale, we step the left foot through between the hands, back heel comes down, sweep the fingertips up, warrior one. Exhale, float the hands down to frame the front foot, step it back to plank, open into your left side Vashisthasana. Now bending that right leg, maybe you can take the peace fingers to the toes and open up the right leg, taking any variation that you want here. Taking what feels right for you. And then releasing the leg. Bring the right toes down to the mat behind. Inhale, lift the heart and the hips up towards the ceiling. Find your wild thing. Well done. Unraveling, floating back to plank. And inhale into an upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, float back to downward facing dog, feeling that energy in the body. Inhale, send the gaze between the hands, step or float the feet in. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, sit the hips back, Utkatasana, chair pose, belly's drawing in. And exhale, come back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Hands into heart center, well done. Now step the feet out slightly further than hip width apart. Toes pointing out to the side. Inhale and exhale, bend through the legs, sit the hips back down to the mat, or not to the mat, sorry, unless you're doing your seated Malasana, down towards the mat, but hovering away, finding your Malasana. Engaging through Mula Bandha here, so engaging the muscles at the seat of the pelvis, pelvic floor. And then bringing those hips down to the mat. And we bring the legs out in front. Inhale here, reach the crown of the head to the ceiling, and exhale, fold forwards, Paschimottanasana. So working towards reaching forwards with the head rather than down, really keeping that spine long. Using a strap if that works for you. And on your next inhale, lifting the chest away from the fold. And coming back to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Coming back to where we started the class. Just closing down the eyes. Taking the hands to the knees or the thighs, palms facing down. Maybe coming back to that intention that you said at the beginning of the practice. Coming back to your breath. Noticing if you can feel your rib cage expanding with your breath. And then just opening the eyes when you're ready, taking a steady gaze. Bring the hands to heart center. Point the hands down to the ground to honor being in the present moment. Thank you so much for being here and joining me for that flow. I hope that that has left you feeling energized and stretched out, and all the other things that it might have felt like in between that. Do comment feedback to me on how you've got on, and do subscribe to this channel. It's completely free. Thank you so much. There's a link below to different things that I offer, and other kind of online classes that you can do with me, my membership, etc. So yeah, do check that out, and I can't wait to flow with you again very soon. Take care.